Hello, hello. This is Josh Levine, founder and author of Great Mondays, and you are here for Ep.1, Class 1 of Great Mondays Summer School. Joining me today is the unflappable Rachel Davis, who is our Miro Ninja. What is Miro? Well, it is the incredible collaboration tool that we're going to be using to actually engage in all these incredible components of culture. Rachel, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Aloha.
Aloha, as it were. That's right. Just because it's summer doesn't mean you get to stop learning. So today, we are going to start with purpose. So we're going to go over the 6 components of culture. Each episode will cover one component of culture. Today is number 1. The 6 components are purpose, values, behaviors, recognition, rituals, and cues. If you need to learn more, you want to know more information, head to greatmondays.com. I have a whole book on it. It's right here somewhere. I'll find it later. Oh, I'm
Good
using it as
summer
a screen.
reading, if you
Good
will,
summer.
right?
It's right, exactly. Good summer reading. Here it is. Head to Amazon, buy your copy. You even have an audio version if you like the sound of my voice. And if you don't, then just keep your opinions to yourself. So, Rachel, I'm going to start by handing it over to you. Can you share your screen and tell everybody a
I
little bit about
can.
Miro as we get started?
I can absolutely do that. Well, as you know, Miro is one of my favorite things. Collaborating with anyone remotely nowadays, that's really key. Although I was even using Miro before I was doing things remote, and I was just using it in a room with people. So there's so many different ways to use it. Even if you're doing post-its on a wall, you can take photos of those and actually translate them into virtual post-its on Miro if you didn't know that. That's a whole nother story. But we've got, can you see my screen there? We've got your purpose as we're going to start here. So why don't you first just tell us a bit about this activity, and then we'll do a little overview of what you're going to see on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. So purpose is the first component of culture, and the reason why it's the first component of culture is because that is the reason you are in business beyond making money. This is you got to answer this question before employees start asking, why am I here? So we put in a lot of energy and effort. Work is not always fun and easy. It's hard work, but if you have a purpose and you have it clearly articulated, that is going to be your inspirational moment to get you through the hard times and boost you even further in the good times. I think about it as the peak of the mountain. It's something that's big, it's exciting, it's inspirational. And so today we're going to take you through the exercise that's going to help you and your team define your purpose statement. So if you're just starting out or
And
things are
when
changing,
tell us
yeah.
when's the best time? Oh, yeah, I was going to
You
say,
got
tell
it.
us when
Tell
should we
us.
do this, Josh?
All right. So if you are a startup or you're early and you haven't defined this yet, it is a great time to do it. If things are changing, you're going through a moment of change, you're getting investment, or you are pivoting. Purpose is a great moment to. This is the great moment to actually work on your purpose statement.
I feel like we should have had a soundtrack here. Things they are a changing.
Things they are a changing.
Things they are a changing. All right, let's take a quick overview here of what you're going to see on this board. Every single board we have here, all six of the boards that we have created for you in the Miroverse have this at the top so you know where you are. It's got your little "you are here." And so we're starting at the beginning, which I think is a great place to start. Right? So we are on purpose, and
Let
you'll
me
see your "you are here."
You
Oh,
just said
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
You just said something that I think is important to point out. You said the word Miroverse, and I feel like I should have a bell or
Oh,
something when
yeah.
you say that. Miroverse. Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse. I don't know what the
Take a
word was.
drink. No, wait. No,
No, no, no. So, what is Rachel? What's the Miroverse? If this is Miro,
oh,
what's the Miroverse?
well, the Miroverse is the universe of Miro. It is where all the templates for Miro that people have submitted live, and it's been growing. I think we just had their 2-year anniversary, their 2-year birthday, and this is where you'll find user submitted templates, and we've submitted 6 of them for this, so you have access to all of these templates through the Miroverse.
Right. So
So
go
all you
find
have to do is
Miroverse.
download them.
I was going to say, just go to Google, type in Miroverse, and it'll take you right there. All right, back to
You
you,
do need a
Rachel.
Miro account
Well, you need,
to
okay, you do
download,
need a Miro account, and that's how
even if
you're
it's
going to
a free
find it.
one.
Yes. Free is the best. $3 is the best kind of dollars. All right,
All right.
let's go back to the template here. What are we working with?
We're working on purpose, right? So we're starting here on purpose. We just then you'll see a little title slide here, which we went over, and then you go right into the activities. So they are two activities for purpose. Why are you in business is the first one, beyond making money. We just talked about that. And so this is the first activity of writing your company's obituary. So I'm sure, Josh, you're going to tell us what that's all about.
I
And
will.
then
I
we might,
will.
yeah. So that would be now.
Oh, right now. I thought you were going to do the other
Yeah,
one. Are you going to say the
yeah.
other one? Okay, okay. All right. So the whole thing about obituary. So this is one of the my favorite activities to do with my clients. It's something I've been doing a very long time. Um, by writing your own obituary, you are essentially forced to forget about the immediate needs and the sort of quarterly reports, and cast yourself in 25 years. And what the point here is to say, okay, 25 years from now, if you are no longer in business, doesn't matter why you went out of business, why will you be remembered? So we're going to take the long view, and we're going to ask you to go, okay, what is it that you did that changed the world? And so that is what we're going to do. And what happens here is we actually have typically groups of three or four groups, and they can have two, three, or four people in them, and they will all work together to write the obituaries, and then we bring them together, and everybody shares those. So what I want to start with, yeah, we've got them further along. You want to show everybody what we've got that
I'm going to
section
show
there for?
everyone. We've got this
Yeah,
all laid out for you for up to 4 teams here. So you could break out on the board and go to where you need to go and all work together on the same board.
exactly. So I want to start by giving you an example of what an obituary is, if you wouldn't mind zooming in. So this is the example that actually I lay out in my book, Great Mondays. So if it goes too fast, you can always go back to that. This was actually a real client that we had many years ago. This company called Pecha. And Pecha was a digital platform to help people become great pet owners, primarily with the adoption or purchase, however you want to get your pet. This was the goal. And so here is the obituary that we ended on with this group. So I'll just read it to you right now. Petcha.com, known the world over as the global brand that created local connections between people and their pets, closed today. The company was built on the premise that pet owners have known for years: take care of your pet and you take care of yourself. The site completely eradicated the need for shelters because every pet that needed to be cared for found an owner who needed that love as well. The sudden rise in national well-being that occurred in the late 2020s was directly connected to Pecha's success. Pecha reversed the decline in health due to stress and anxiety that most of the working population suffered from. The company's prevalence inspired the creation of the National Wellness Index so that other communities could track the benefit of pet ownership. Petcha.com increased gross national product and gross national happiness. It will be missed. What's amazing about this one, and amazing about all great obituaries in this case, is how big you think. No client that I've ever worked with went too big. Everybody doesn't go far enough. So when you're writing your obituary, 2 or 3 short paragraphs, remember to go way out, go way far, because you don't know where the edge is. You need to blow past the edge, and then we'll be able to get there. So of course, it doesn't say on their website, on their brand messaging, that increased gross national happiness, right? Like that wasn't the point. But the intent here, the amazing thing is that we found this idea of improving the well-being of the owner, and there was this really nice opportunity here. So when you have 3 or 4 different obituaries written, which are not going to be as what I copy edited this, they're not going to be as perfect as this. That's okay. I want
We said
everybody to
nothing's perfect, right?
Nothing's perfect. Everything is a prototype. I want you to put them into these little boxes on the right, And what you do is you're going to take your team through it. You're going to say, this is your this is the obituary. You're going to read them through, and everybody's going to read them through. And as you read them through, you're going to ask everyone to think about the words or phrases, or phrases that really inspire, that maybe give you goosebumps, that are really compelling. And then everybody gets 8 dots. So you're going to have everybody go ahead. I'm going to hop into the board over here, and you can see my name is over here too. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, I've got 8 dots here. So these are Josh's dots. Don't touch them. And I'm going to
What?
find, I'm going to find the, I'm going to find the words or phrases that are most interesting to me in whichever obituary. You can vote for your own. You can vote double for another. And then, Rachel, what would be, if often when we do this live, people like to
Mhm.
circle or underline kind of a phrase. What's going to be the best way to do that in Miro?
So you've got your toolbar to the left, and you have a shape area here. You can grab, I love the circle tool. Grab that and just circle whatever you want here. If you want to add a little note, you can use your Post-its and be like, well, that's a little big. We can change that to small. You could be like, I circled this
And I'm
because
like,
it's pink. I
oh,
don't know,
great. I
right?
love
Like,
this one. I'm going to vote for this.
right.
There's like 3 words here that I thought, okay, these
Mm-hmm.
are great.
Oh,
And
yep,
that's what
exactly.
I'm going to vote for. I'm going to vote for these. Now,
Yeah.
thanks, Rachel. So now what the reason why we do this is because we want to see where the room sort of ends up. It's like a heat map. It's like an analog heat map.
It's great for summer, right? Heat map.
Exactly right. That's our heat map. I'll take a sip of my beverage. Hang
Got some
on.
water here. There we go. Cool off. There we go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be voting with everybody, and you see where the kind of the interesting ideas start to emerge. And what I like to do is go through and be like, ooh, this one got 7 votes, and this one got 7 votes, this one got 6. So what are which ones got the most votes? And then what we do is we go through and you say, oh, interesting, this idea of gross national wellness. Let's talk about it. Why did you vote for this? And we surface in the moment all of the
Mm-hmm.
interesting ideas that are happening, and sort of verbalize those ideas, and basically got them down. I also will go through and kind of go to the second most number. Okay, this one has 5 and 4. So just like what are the ideas? What are the words that are kind of come up? And the reason we're doing this is these are the ingredients that we're going to be working on. We're going to be working with, is what I will say.
Yeah.
Now, what's on the
All
right
right.
here? Oh, what are you're gonna discuss? Right, that was the point. Pro tip: use the Miro pen
Yes. So we
tool.
just talked about discuss, and we had our little pro tip about using the Miro pen tool, and then we're going to list our uh, most popular words and phrases, and note the unexpected, like you talked about, going to fuel the next activity.
Exactly. So that's activity one. Now, this is an activity that takes a while. I typically give the groups and the clients that I work with 30 minutes at least to write the obituary. So you need time before and you need time after. So make
Mm-hmm.
sure you have plenty of time scoped out for that exercise. And you can do more
Absolutely.
too. I think it's always worthwhile, and make sure you go around, you go far enough. Okay, now
All right.
part two, exercise two. Exercise two. Now you're going to write your purpose statement. Purpose statements are 25 words or less. And what we're going to do is we're essentially going to have the team everybody's going to work on their own, individually do 2 or 3 attempts at writing a purpose statement, because you're going to screw up the first one, and there's some interesting ideas in the second one. You can see here the purpose statement that we've put here, Petch's purpose, to help more business and more people have better lives by becoming great pet owners. So this is what is the exciting idea behind Petcha. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a great articulation of the intent, of the purpose of a business. So what we're going to do is we're going to have everybody that's in the workshop, if you have 15 people, 10 or 15 people, work on these. So you're going to say to blank to do blank. That is essentially what you're going to be working on to verb what. And what's interesting here is that it's like maybe there's a word or two or a phrase that you want to that sort of becomes interesting. And what you'll do is you'll write this out and you'll share it with everybody. And someone will go, "Oh, which ones? Let's we can also talk about which ones are the most popular. We can, and I think we're going to vote again. Is that right?"
Yeah, so we've got each of the teams here, and the group, as a group, is going to mark their favorite out of their three first. And then we have another voting activity for the whole group to vote across all of the purpose statements. So we've got two parts of the voting.
Of the synthesis. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
What I will say is it's often like the first half of this one and the second half of this one, and that's okay. That's what we really want.
Mm-hmm.
Is like we just did a workshop. I just did a workshop last week, 2 weeks ago, and it was like we like these two, and we're like, how do we together? And it was like, okay, we'll figure out how we kind of bring them together. That's to make all summers the place for learning. That's right. That sounds like an amazing purpose statement for Great Monday Summer School. So with that, you're going to be able to you should be able to land on a purpose statement for your business with your team. Now, this is great to do. You can do this in person. This exercise works great in person in a room, or if you're distributed or hybrid, if you're working on you use this Mira template, you download it and use it with your team. Great collaborative tool. This is a wonderful way to really relive the glory days of being in front of the whiteboard together, but without having to take a flight to do it.
And then we've
Final
we've got this. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say final thoughts.
Oh, for me, final thoughts. Oh, yes, of course. Final thoughts on right. Summer brain. Uh, we need to do some of that learning. Yes, just take a drink, Josh. All right. So then we've got vote on your favorite, and as Josh said, you can vote on different parts. So maybe someone might say, "Oh, I like this verb, but I'm not really feeling the place for learning." Maybe it's more a place for fun with a tad bit of learning. And they're like, I like that one better. I'm gonna vote that one. So you go mix and match and combine there. And then at the very end, we have a place for your final top purpose statement where you just double click here and write your statement. What's our final summer school purpose, Josh?
To make summers a place for fun and learning.
And learning.
About
There we go.
culture.
That about culture. Wow, I cannot spell. Good thing
That's
that's not on
okay.
the test.
That's right, exactly.
Okay.
There's no spelling in
All
summer school.
right. All right.
Perfect.
There we
All right.
go.
Excellent. Thank you. That's awesome. So that's the summary of how you're going to work on your purpose statement. Again, all these tools and exercises are available in the book and at greatmondays.com. Stay tuned. We're going to be releasing a new episode every week. So next week, as you see on the 6 components of company culture map, we're going to be talking about values. So click the follow button on our LinkedIn Great Mondays page, and we will let you know when the next one's released. Until then, aloha.
Bye.
Bye.